specialize in music most people hate. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out our Facebook page, Instagram, and our website. Let us share the noise with you.
Yo, this is John from Noise Dosage Media, and this episode is brought to you by Begrudgingly Benny. Interested in putting something horrific and grotesque on your next piece of merch? Benny is tucked away in the fiery depths of COVID quarantine, blasting the filthiest of old school death metal and drawing hideous creatures that he is waiting for you to adopt. Go over to Instagram and follow at BegrudginglyBenny and contact him if you would like some really weird original art for your band or label. Super professional, highly recommended. So first off, fuck yeah, the new album sounds sick.
Thank you, man.
I love it. The vocals kick ass, dude. There's just something about it. It just punches you right in the fucking face.
So nice to hear, man. I was so nervous, like going into the recording session and everything, like thinking about how the fans gonna react, man, to someone else doing this other than Martin, you know. So that was a heavy burden to lift, but
yeah, you're like,
the reaction
holy shit,
has been
man.
amazing, man. Yeah. So
yeah,
I couldn't have asked for anything better.
It definitely fucking lived up to its standards.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
But just before I start asking these questions, are you using headphones?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Just double checking. All right, here we go. So, would you say that you were surrounded with metal growing up?
Not metal per se, but rock, as opposed to, like, I started out listening to like AC/DC, Deep Purple, that type of stuff, CC Top for that matter. My dad was a huge CC Top fan, Led Zeppelin, all this stuff. So like you can say like early metal, rock and roll, you know. And my mom was more into AC/DC, Deep Purple, like that type of stuff.
The classics.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That was the same thing when I was in middle school, high school. Everybody's like, yo, man, you should listen to metal, man. I'm like, oh, that's that devil shit. And I'm like, I'll stick to my Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, and that's about
Black
it. Van
Sabbath,
Halen.
all that.
Yep. I'm like, nah, I don't fuck with the dark side, man.
No. I remember the first time that I got into like someone introduced me to heavier shit, and I was like, shit, man. I don't know if I'm cool enough for this, man. This is some heavy
I don't know the
shit
yelling,
going
man.
on.
I just don't really like it, man.
Exactly. First time I heard Cannibal Corpse, man, I was legit laughing. You know, it's like, what the fuck is this? You know, and
dude, I'm from Buffalo. I live in Rochester now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're from there. So
yeah.
Anytime people bring up Cannibal, I'm like, yo, I live there. So. Did your brother Jimmy have any influences on your music taste growing up?
Yeah, he did. He actually did, because like as I said, I was kind of like brought up on AC/DC and Black Sabbath and all that, but like in my early teens, I was a lot into like hip hop first of all. But like the New York style hip hop, we got Wu-Tang and all that stuff. So
yeah, the good stuff. No mumble rap.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, real rap. So and my brother, he was kind of like rebellious, so he started out like listening to punk music and all, and really like dressing like punk and really like submerging himself into that culture. And it was fascinating, but like the music, it never really got to me, like punk music in general. Some of it was all right, but you know, when it came to like that real underground stuff, like I just couldn't follow.
The shitty production stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So what actually, what got you into metal? Like, when did it actually happen?
It happened around 6th grade. I think I was about 14 years old when it like really kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had all this, you know, the Linkin Park stuff and the POD and all that stuff happening, like that whole new metal wave going.
Yeah.
As well, Korn, Slipknot, all that stuff.
Dude, I just sold my Korn flag.
Oh yeah.
literally today. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of retros that I went home because I moved out and I live in an apartment now. And I
Yeah.
have all those old school freaking flags. Like I got
Mm.
Iron Maiden, um, Corn, who the hell else? Just stupid shit. I mean, I love
Yeah.
the music, but now when I look at those flags, I'm like, I don't listen to that stuff anymore. So
No.
I'm not
No.
putting it on my wall.
No. You kind of put it on the stereo as of like a nostalgic like afternoon or something like that. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
not a wake up in the morning and go,
No. Exactly.
yo, that's what I listen to.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
so
man.
three characteristics of people who listen to slamming death metal. That's a tough question for you, but I'm
Oh
gonna shoot
man.
it anyway.
I think three, man. Okay. Um. Well, obviously nowadays you got the deathcore fans that
Yep.
kind of thought they were into slam in the first place, and then realizing later on that that's not what it is.
Right.
you got the you got the more like, well, you have like a the brutal death metal guy, obviously, who kind of still like, he loves the deeds of flesh and the disgorge and all that, and he kind of like
Right.
progressed into that, disgorge, devourment that way in. So you still
Yep.
have that the BDM head going there.
Yeah, you got the guys that are like, dude, I've been here for 20 years, man. Get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then I guess you got us, you know, like the people
Yeah.
who just like you literally just couldn't get it brutal enough, like both from a,
Right.
what can you say, from a visual standpoint, like the artwork and the logos and everything, to the music. Like I was like
Yeah.
when I was shopping music when I was younger, like when I started
Hmm.
listening like slam, um, it was a lot of visuals. Like I picked up a CD, I was like, shit, man, this looks brutal as hell. Like you had the
Right.
crazy logos, you had the absolutely fucked up
The shit
artwork.
that you can't even see what the hell it says.
That's the thing, yeah. And you were like putting it close to your face and like put it in the distance, like trying to figure out if if that helped you read the logo. Like
Right.
that was kind of how I chose them at the beginning. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, the first album, slam album, I really got into was Molesting the Decapitated.
Mm,
That and
fucking
Unleash the
classic.
Carnivore.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I saw that freaking artwork. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
what is
exactly.
this?
Exactly.
But
Oh man.
so what's something that nobody knows about Cranium? What's something behind the scenes?
Some behind the scenes. Man. I think, is there anything behind the scenes? Like, I think the most obvious one that people like still kind of get wrong is that we are not all of us from Norway.
Right, yeah, I
That
saw you're all spread out, man.
We are spread out like a good amount. Yeah, it's literally like
Norway, United
five
Kingdom,
nationalities.
Turkey,
Yeah,
Finland, and
see,
Denmark.
already there, man. Turkey is already like off the map because our new drummer Toby, he's from Switzerland.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
so
was like, is this still active? Like,
yeah, no, so yeah, Denmark, UK, Finland, Norway, and then Switzerland. So
so where are you from?
I'm from Denmark. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
So I always ask people that are, out of the States,
Mm.
this question. Do the people that you live around accept the type of music that you play? Like when you go to rehearsal, do people go, what the fuck type of music are they playing?
um yeah, no, they accept it. Like I think Scandinavia in general has a quite an old scene for metal in general.
Right.
So it's not like slam is not frowned upon here, but like not a lot of people up here know it as a
Hmm.
genre because like most of us has been brought up on the you got the Norwegian black metal scene, you got the Swedish death metal scene, and Denmark is kind of like like the odd one out when it comes to that. Like we still have some great bands. Like don't get me wrong, but we haven't really like defined anything genre wise. Obviously we got King Diamond and Merciful Fate. But
Right.
it kind of stops there. Like for known bands that we got at home. So, but it's not frowned upon, and it's starting to get better. I can also feel like the crowd, the fans as well, is like a younger generation, which is awesome because then you just know it can snowball from there. You can keep having people out for shows. So
Right. Exactly.
so that's great, really.
I,
So
I was talking to Magath, and he was saying that surprisingly, where he lives in that same type of realm where you
yeah,
guys are, black metal, there's really not a scene. And I was blown away, man. I was like, what? Like,
yeah,
when I think of black metal, like, that's the, like, freaking staple.
yeah.
That's
It
it.
is. It is.
Do you agree with that?
I do. Black metal and of course the Swedish death metal. Those are the two like the big boys up here in the scene. Then we got doom metal has like kind of started getting a bit of a hold here. Like it's been around for forever up here, but it's kind of like getting a foothold now. Um,
Right.
so yeah,
I mean, I'm looking up where Magath is from because now I'm freaking curious. Shit, man. I was literally just talking to him. All right, I'm going to ask you another question while I'm looking
sure.
this up. So, would you say the album art on Slamcosis helped build the concept to the album, or is that brought after the music?
I think like this time around, like when I kind of like got into Cranium, like the band here, like
Mm-hmm.
most of the CD was already written, like music wise, and we already had the artwork going. I think Matt's was like over. He wanted some more like old school stuff, so he got John Sick to do the artwork, and he's not really
Yep.
doing a lot of artwork lately. So we're kind of stoked about that. But it all builds around the title Slamcosis, which was kind of like a thing that Matt's has made up, like as a
Yeah.
condition. Just like that's how it starts out with the Slamcosis track. Like you get this whole description of the quote unquote illness, of Slamcosis.
Right.
But like the album in general was very inspired by what was it called, the Netflix show, um, or
Is
the
it a horror one?
yeah, Mindhunter or something like that.
Mindhunter? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, something like you can hear a lot of the intros and all that. Like it's
Right.
from
No, I
there as
love
well.
that shit. It
Yeah,
makes it takes Slam to a whole new level.
exactly.
Um, just like Volvadinia too. They kill it, man. They have the fucking most disgusting sounds ever.
mm.
But what the hell? Okay, so Magath is from Germany,
Ah, okay, yeah,
and yeah, he told me when they play shows in Germany,
yeah.
the black metal scene is not very prevalent. You
No, I
know, like
think what is it about
like not a
Germany
lot
has a
of
lot
people
more
show
death
up.
metal. No, no, Germany is more death metal and like old school death metal and thrash metal, and then they have the whole power metal thing going on as well
Right. Yeah, he was
for them.
saying
Yeah,
power metal for sure.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, out of the states, I always ask those freaking questions.
Yeah, I
So,
think personally, I think black metal doesn't really get a good foothold there because like you had a lot of the Nazi kind of black metal thing going on as well. Like that was a whole
oh, I
scene,
see.
and I
Yeah.
think that a lot of the scene is like sort of scared about it now, or I don't know if scared is the right word, but they are
Yeah,
like,
they just assume that the
yeah,
message is
yeah,
that now.
exactly. They don't want anything to do with it as soon as you put that stigma on it. Like they're like, no. forget it, man. We're not even gonna try.
Forget it. We're done.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
show up.
been there.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, what are 3 techniques that you've learned doing vocals that the internet can't teach you? Maybe not even 3. I don't know. What comes up in your head?
Oh man. Um, like something. Yeah, I definitely like. I've not learned anything from the internet. I'm completely self-taught. Like when I started out doing vocals, which was way before Cranium. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I was like I love the sounds. Like I was so fascinated with is this really humans making these sounds? That is fucking crazy. Which was
Right.
basically I put like headphones in and I was driving around on my back at that time like kind of scooter thing. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
had my laptop in my backpack and I just yeah exactly, and it was still on. And then I was just like trying to get the vocals right, like from different songs, everything, Dying Feeders, Deeds of Flesh, Devourment, all that stuff. I had that on, and I was just in my this full face helmet, which kind of like created like this little bubble, so I could hear myself better and see if I could get the techniques right,
Right.
or at least the sounds right, because I didn't know about techniques back then. Um,
So,
kind of yeah.
techniques, how about playing shows? Like that's a whole different story because you have to
Yeah,
I'm not a vocalist myself, but like breathing techniques, I'm guessing.
breathing techniques,
Maybe
condition
maybe
as well.
power.
Yeah.
Power. I
Like
don't know.
a lot of what I do, because like I have a lot of output when I do my vocals. It's loud. It is very loud, but like it's most of it comes from the abdominal region. Like really like
Mm-hmm.
having a strong core for that, and of course the conditioning. Like if you're walking around on stage while you're doing the vocals, like at some point you're gonna get winded if you don't if you're not like
Right.
fit for it. It's crazy how much that actually um affects you when you play live.
Right.
So
Now, would you say you give 100% um power all throughout the set, or do you have to like start off kind of well, I'm guessing you probably give all your power in the beginning if this is how you
um
roll, and then
I
it
mean
slowly dies out. I don't know.
I will do my very best throughout the whole show. That's for sure.
Right.
Obviously you fatigue at some point throughout the show, but
Yeah.
you just honestly you have to pull through it. You need to find that extra gear, and then give the audience like that show that I've come to see. Like they don't want to
Right.
see like an old man like halfway dying
Right.
throughout the show.
It,
Like they want action from
they
start to
don't want no
finish.
like half power shit.
Hell no,
They want
hell
a
no.
full fledged.
No, yeah, you
But
see it a lot, always online. As soon as you got the phone recordings and all that,
oh
and you can
god.
kind of hear like you can hear when a band is like 5 or 6 shows into the tour and the vocals change up because they can't
Yeah.
keep up with it because they can't get
That's
enough rest,
exactly why I asked that question because I
and that's the
saw
problem. That's a problem for
that
a lot of people.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
looking at the schedule that Kraanium
yeah.
has is kind of that's pretty important.
Yeah, it kind of like boils down to one thing, and that is get your technique straight before you hit the road.
Right.
Because if you don't have your techniques in order, you're gonna fuck your throat up, or you're not gonna be able to power through because it's too hard.
Right.
When we did US last time, luckily in between some of the shows we had some days off, which is super nice. But when we got to New York, actually, I
Mhm.
was sick. I was like flu sick. I was sick as fucking hell, man.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I was pretty much like drugged on Terraflu.
Oh god.
Yeah, man. And
Did you did you end up playing
Eric,
that show?
yeah. Oh, we played it. Like there's one video as well on YouTube where we play the show at Lucky 13. And like honestly, I knew I felt like shit when I was up there. But when I saw the show, when it rolled back and I heard the vocals and everything, there was nothing. Like the Terraflu like kind of like carried me through it, and then I just had to power through as well. So Yeah, I had my personal nurse on that show, Eric, from yeah, he played Visual Disgorge before. He was
Yep.
doing the bass because Mika he couldn't join us on the US tour. So he was kind of like every second hour he came in with like this hot beverage, the Terraflu in it and all
Oh,
that.
shout
And
out to
like,
him, dude.
yeah, man, he was amazing on that tour. Absolutely best dude ever, man.
I'm gonna have to tag him in this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It
So,
was amazing.
yeah, this is a funny fucking question. What conspired midget fucker?
Oh man, I don't even know, man. I wish I had an answer for that one because like midget fucker is way before my time in the band. But
Right.
I mean, I love that song, man. Like I remember when I heard it the first time. I remember when I got the 10 Acts of
Right.
Sickening Perversity back then, and I was just going through like the titles on the back, Pentagramma and all that. And you
Right.
got midget fucker, like midget fucker. Okay, let's see what this is all
Dude,
about.
I thought you'd know because, like, I don't know, like an inside scoop. Because for me, if I was a vocalist, that'd be like the first question. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is that
yeah.
song about, dude?
I'm gonna have to ask Mats more about it. Like we have the lyrics for it, and and that those are crazy. That's a thing, but like where it comes from, that's what I don't know.
I could just imagine being a vocalist, watching TV, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I got a fucking idea for my next
Yeah,
song, dude.
yeah. Like that's the
So,
thing. Like as a vocalist in general, when you know you're gonna sit down and write lyrics, man, like sometimes something so fucking twisted and obscene just pops up in your head and you're like, dude, this is gonna be the greatest fucking lyric ever, and you just sit down and you start writing it. It's like
dude,
it's
Baby
so
Killer.
crazy. Yeah, exactly. And it's so controversial, man. Like for a title, Jesus Christ, man, it's literally right out there. Nobody's sitting down like, oh, I wonder what this song is all about. They know exactly what
Right,
it's about. Like it's
right.
right there in the title, man.
Dude, I've talked to Chris about the guitar player
Yeah,
about going over the border and shit. And he says to me, when they go on tour, people give them fucking heartache because they'll look at the
yeah,
merch and they'll be like, what the fuck is Baby Killer,
yeah.
man?
What the
Like,
fuck are you actually proclaiming here? What is this shit?
you guys are a band? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Right
This is more
on.
like a
So,
cult.
yeah, no, exactly. A fucking cult.
Yeah.
Germany. All right. So we got two more. Uh, where does the band usually gather for rehearsal, being so spread out?
we
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we gather in Norway. Like Matt, he has a pretty good practice facility we can use up there. So usually what we do is a couple of times a year we meet up at his place. Mainly
Mm-hmm.
because we need like every year we make new set lists because we can't like just go around and play the old set list constantly, obviously. New material is getting made and all that. So obviously something new needs to come on the set list. Something older has to go.
Yeah.
So we usually do two set lists each year. We got one for headliner shows, and then we got one for festival shows. Festival shows is usually a bit shorter. It's like half an hour, 45 minutes, as opposed to
Right.
like an hour. So obviously something needs to get cut from that set list, and then
So
we
I'm
just
guessing you just
rehearse on a
pick the
whole
best
weekend.
ones,
Yeah,
or newest
yeah.
album, or
I mean, obviously we want something new or from the new cycle on there, but it's kind of more like trying to figure out the dynamics on off the set list, how it's gonna go when you kind of like need to put yourself in the fans position. And
right.
it's like, okay, so what can't we like? What is there on the set list that we definitely can't cut? And obviously, midget fucker is one of them. Like that guy needs to be on there. Like people are expecting it for sure. Um,
Midget fucker.
that's the thing, man. You're just standing
I
there,
can hear the
and
fucking crowd.
there's always this one guy, like really just yelling it out. Like last time, I was about to we were about to play it anyway, and like this one guy is just standing like right in front of the stage, and he just yells me like straight into my head, like "Richard fucker," and I just looked down at him like, "What the fuck did you just call me?" And he's like, "Oh fuck, man! Oh no, it's not that, not that." It's like, I'm just fucking with you, man. We're gonna play it now.
The dude's like 4 foot tall. He's like,
Yeah,
I need this song, dude.
yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, he was like he was so intense about it. He was literally waiting for that song the whole night. So
He like took
it's
his
nice to see.
fingers, pointed them at himself, and then did it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'll meet you after the set, man. We're gonna
Yeah,
have
trust me, man.
issues.
You will be the midget
So,
in this story.
so oh, last question here.
Sure.
You know, a month before tour, what's practice schedule like? Does it change, or is it the same?
So okay, here it is. Because as obviously we're an international band, so we don't have the luxury of practicing together like every other day or every weekend, or have these
Right.
Thursday jam sessions. So a lot of it is um is just us needing to be focused about like getting ready by ourselves.
Yeah.
So I have a practice space here, not so far from where I live. So I'll just go there. I usually do like a Spotify set list every year. Like I do the two set lists. I have them on Spotify as playlists, and I just put them through a PA, and I'll just follow along like that, and I literally do that like a month before we go on tour.
Right. Just
I know the
grind it
other
out.
guy. Yeah, exactly. The other guy is grinding out as well. Like just sit down, let's just play through it. And usually, what we do then when we go on tour, we make sure that whatever host country that we're going to first, we will have the time to set up a actual practice with the five of us in some
Mm-hmm.
practice room somewhere. Maybe one of the support acts or like whoever's on tour has a practice space
Oh, I
nearby or
see.
something like
Yeah.
that, and then we will be able to have like 1.5, maybe 2 hours, like just go through the set list a couple of times just to make sure that everybody is in sync.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys play to a click?
No, no, we don't.
Right on.
Um,
Yeah, so that I feel like that would make it either
it would make it
harder or
easier.
easier. I don't know.
I don't really know, but because now it's more of a like we just jam out now, and it just we follow each other perfectly. Um,
Right.
or we follow
I
Kobe
I've
perfectly.
done both with the
Yeah,
bands I've played in, and I don't know. Playing to a click is
yeah.
nice, but at the same time, it's very, um, I don't know. It
I
feels
do.
real, but not.
Yeah, I do both too because I have another band here in Denmark called Septic Congestion, and we don't have a drummer, so it's digitized.
Oh
Um,
shit!
yeah, so it's not really playing with a click track. It's more like the drums are programmed, obviously, so the tempo is consistent.
Right.
Um, so and that works out too. Like it does. We've had good shows, and it's so nice when the venue says, "So how long can you play?" And you can give them the exact amount of minutes you're playing because
Right.
the drums are
28
not going to
minutes,
change.
25
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, exactly.
Wait,
So
we need some filler in.
yeah,
Shit. Yeah, that's
yeah,
funny as fuck.
man.
Hell yeah, man. Is there anything you want to promote? Merch, new album?
Oh
What do
yeah,
you got
new
coming?
music and all that, man. We got some stuff coming. We got a split CD in the works right now. Um, and off the top of my head, because now it's like 4:30 in the morning here, I can't really remember what band it is. But that that one is gonna be out here in 2020. Um, Septic Congestion, the other band we got a full length coming out on Rotten Music called
Okay.
Unequivocal Somatic Carnage.
Right on.
And yeah, the writing process for a new album has already begun in Kraanium as well. So I mean, he's spitting out songs left and right these days because hey, people are in quarantine anyway. So
Right.
Why not just
Dude,
fucking make
everybody's
music?
fucking grinding that shit out.
Man, 2021 is gonna be a busy year.
Dude, I've been saying this from the beginning. I'm like, all these fucking bands are going to be like, all right, we're broke. Let's go on tour. And like, I'm going to see probably the best bands.
For
Well,
sure. Yeah.
some of my favorite bands because they're going to be broke.
There's gonna be some
Like,
touring for sure. Like a lot of bands are suffering right now because most of
right.
the income comes from merch sales and everything at shows. So yeah, it's been promoting a lot, like on the internet as well. But like, if you want to support your bands, now is the good time to go buy merchandise. That's the only
Right.
stream of income we have as a band. So whoever you like listening to, go support your boys.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. iTunes will support you with less than a cent.
That's true. And
So,
Bandcamp is it's doing some promotional stuff as well, I think.
right on. Yeah.
So
They've been waiving fees and shit.
yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
I think the worst thing for me to hear is when bands say they were going to go on like a huge tour
Mm,
that was going to make them like, it was going to take them to the next step.
yeah,
And they bought all this merch and shit,
yeah,
and this thing ruined it.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
fucking horrible.
Yeah,
But
I mean we're lucky enough in Kraanium that the band as such is not our like what provides for us.
right.
We all still have jobs even though this virus came along. Like none of us has been laid off in that sense.
Yeah.
So when 2021 comes around, we will still have the freedom, like within the band, to travel and play shows. So we're not gonna struggle with that. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Right.
Knock on wood, you know.
Yeah.
So
Fucking knock on wood.
yeah.
All right. Well, shit. I didn't know it was going to be fucking 4:30 on your end. I'm not going to talk to you too late,
Nah,
but
no, no. It's all good, John. All good.